right. Hello, hello. All right. Okay. I hope I have the voice for the open space. I did not expect this, but all right. I guess we're gonna, keep moving here. For those of you who want to join us, there's still some seats here. One, two, three, four. I think five. You know, awesome. All right. It's the AI thing, right? We're always excited about AI and the crazy things that it can do. It's amazing. I can clone myself and woo, all right, that sounds like me and look like me. All right, everyone, good morning. You can all hear me at the back? Okay, good. Not too shouting, right? But still edible enough? Okay. All right. So my name is Joanna Shero. I'm going to be your breakout session for today, which is we're going to be talking about AI. But I always say about this, before we dive into AI, we're going to choose our battle because the amount of AI software that I have right now is crazy. Even though it's just $20 per month, the credits, it just consumes. And when I do my audit and all my software with AI, it's going to be past $100 to $200, right? So I am the owner of the Growth Gap Company. We are a marketing revenue system firm. And I also own Savvy Chic Design, which is a website, and EmpowerSoft, which is our white label software platform. So anything that is marketing, technology that brings in revenue, that's where I come in. I'm based in Georgetown, so I'm so happy to be here. So as a small business owner, right, leveraging technology is very important, but understanding why is as well much more important when it comes to that. So when I published my book, Closing the Growth Gap, it was with the intention of closing the gap between marketing and systems, right? Because when you use things for marketing purposes, you want to make sure that you capture that one. So if you are a business owner, maybe you work for somebody, leads is very important to us, right? Because that is where our money comes in, and we want to make sure that we take care of our client. So the whole session for today is going to be based on my concept or wireframe called the DABAO. DABAO. All right. And that's going to be the mindset that I want you as well when you choose a certain AI tool. Then I'm going to give you a prompt that can help you every day with content, which when I wake up, ChatGPT just give me all the topics every 6 a.m. because I told ChatGPT to give me all the topics and updates within the industry and within the tool that I'm doing. I'm going to show you how voice AI can help your business. Did you know that close to around 40 to 60% phone calls are not answered? If it's going to be in your mobile because you think it's spam, but if it's going to be in your landline in your offices because you're busy, right? You were not designated to be the front desk, right? So I'm going to show you how you can leverage this one. So closing the gap is my concept. So the real problem is that you hit the wall as a business owner. Revenue stalls, efforts double. So as a business owner, or maybe you're a manager, you think, right, you know what? I need better marketing, right? I need more content, a bigger funnel is what we can say, right? The truth is that system is broken. The founder is a bottleneck at times. That's why technology or AR is being used by business owners. That's why, corporates or businesses are using this because there is a bottleneck that is happening in their business, right? So what AI does is that more tools on a broken system creates more expensive chaos. So meaning if you're just, because, Claude is better right now, I'm going to terminate ChatGPT. There was like last week or 2 weeks ago, like all my feed is like, Claude coworker here. Hold on, what's wrong right now? So what happened? Yes, I end up signing up for Claude. So that's what happened, right? So even though I work in marketing and with technology, I always say you don't have a marketing problem. You either have a growth problem or a system problem. So when you choose, AI makes it worse, but you need to be more intentional. So there's a lot. You have ChatGPT, you have Claude, you have 11 labs. I'm going to show you how I do our training videos using voice AI, and then I capture it. That's going to be on our YouTube because I don't have time to train. Like I don't have to, I have a presentation slide. and then voice over and then capture it. So I use different voice actor to do our demo for our product. I screenshot it, edit it, and it's good, right? All my photos right now on my website, is there's AI. My profile pic, I'm leveraging it to see how I can create consistency with our marketing. So you have Claude, you have Gemini. I use Gemini a lot for photos. I still like the Nano Banana. I like that one, just a certain prompt. Manus, Make, HubSpot. These are some of the tools that basically has AI. Majority of our tools right now has been incorporating AI already. So before you pick a tool, use a framework. This is what I call DABAO. You diagnose what are the things that you need in your business that AI can help you, right? Diagnose it, right? Not just because, oh, I need a video and then you X, Y, and Z. Why do you really need it? Is it really for presentation? Is it really for example, demonstration of training manuals? Like choose, diagnose it. Which of the tools can you use and leverage it in your business? Next is going to be align. Here's the thing with AI. There's 3 pieces you need to make sure that needs to be aligned in your company or in your business. You need to align the people who's going to be using the tool. You need to basically align that there's a process on how AI will be used in your company, because it can be just haywire, right? Like if you're a marketing firm or a marketing company, or you want to leverage marketing, you want to make sure that you feed your AI with the correct brand guide and brand tone so that it can output the correct brand post that has to do with your content, right? So you need to align your people, your process, and next is going to be the platform. Because one staff can be using ChatGPT, another staff is using Gemini, another thing is Claude. You as a business owner or as a company need to identify what tools to create the safeguard and security measures that your company has. Because at the end of the day, it's open source, right? You AI get fed, it learns your IP, and then it goes out, and then it studies that IP. Now it goes out into the wild. So you need to make sure that you secure all of these things. So next is going to be building. So systems and infrastructure are basically once you have identified the AI tool that you're going to be using, you want to make sure then that you build it in a way that aligns with your company. So like I've mentioned, so if you have identified, for example, Claude, right? Usually what you do in Claude, you can upload files, PDF, brand guide, YouTube video links to make sure that the tone of voice is being captured, any resources that could be used. So you want to make sure that when you're building it, you are really streamlining everything. Like from even workflows, automations with AI, like I am in a space of building website design, right? Lovable is there. So when Lovable is a tool that you can whip up an idea and then will give you a design of a website. You can copy the code, embed it on a certain platform like WordPress or Squarespace if it has that code. So those are some things that you can really, some tools when it comes to some marketing usage, right? So you need to make sure that you build it based after you have diagnosed, you have aligned, and you've also now implementing it. Now, when you have selected a tool or an AI platform, you need to make sure that you activate it, test it out. Like, for example, it took me 2 years to really understand more of ChatGPT, right? When they had projects, then you have chats, and then they have all of these other apps that you can connect it with, and then they have open source behind the scene that gets connected to our software so that our conversation AI will talk, those widgets on your website that you can just talk and have a conversation with. Those are AI triggered as well. So we need to activate it so that we can study which one is working and which is not working. So when I decided to shift from ChatGPT to Claude, I like it because Claude can extract information doc file already. I mean, I can command like ChatGPT, produce it as a doc file, or produce it, and then I can attach it with Canva, present. But for me, it became much more easier because if I just need to do a presentation, Claude can put it output, and then it's a PowerPoint, and mostly companies, right? Like, so I'm a Canva verified expert, so I love playing with Canva, but companies are still using PowerPoint, right? I mean, just moving it from one to another and then realigning it. So Claude made it easier for me to use these tools that goes hand in hand with some of the corporate tools that is available that companies or workers or employees can actually use as well. So once you activate it, you deploy the AI, you double check on it, then you want to make sure that you have a dedicated person or team who's responsible with that deployment and research, making sure that what is working, what is not working, and have really a security measure, especially with big companies. Because that's very important for me. I do have my team who, like, again, I've mentioned, we build chat widget. We have the voice AI that we have that we implement on businesses. So we listen into calls. Just make sure if the AI is saying what needs to correct based on the script and based on the information that we feed, because it learns, like it's a learning machine right now. So every time you feed it, every time you provide information, and then if something shifts, then we can prompt them again in a way that it will no longer dictate such a thing, right? You can, and I always converse with a no, that doesn't make sense. Critique it. Why is that? You don't just accept the information that gets fed to you, right? So that's very important as well. Then you optimize it basically with the activate. You track, you iterate, and you scale what you have basically done. So when you're diagnosing it and using AI, so you then identify, right, where does the momentum stop in my business? So me, lead generation is one of the core things that at times is so hard. And when I am here, no one's answering the phone. So when I diagnose that I miss a lot of missed call, voice AI is one of the core thing that I've really dived in and what I want to provide to business owners and also to my business, because call is very important. And I know we're already in a generation that text first before you call me, right? So yes, I always say, who's this? Just to make sure that you're not a spam. So you need to make sure, again, going back, is to really diagnose and where can AI help you in your marketing. So video clone, photos for me, reels for Opus. I love Opus AI. It just cuts off and gives me the reel, and then I shoot it off. Those are just like really good for marketing as well. So those are a lot, right? So when you align with, so make sure whether are you talking about using AI for your marketing to focus on brand messaging, content strategy, lead generation, or audience targeting, right? Operations, delivery service, workflow design, team accountability, process documentation. I use Monday.com for project management. So we integrate AI just to make sure that we get notification, because there's a lot of things and moving parts. So if there's AI that we can integrate besides the basic automation, it's very helpful for us, because with our tools that is really available right now, I want to make sure that we are leveraging each of our subscription that we have that has AI. So revenue, right? So it does really help aligning your AI usage with the AI that you're going to do. So for example, one of the services that we have is, creating the reels, right? It takes 3 to 4 hours from a 30 minutes, because we listen into the video, we analyze the script, we take note of what time. Now we just put it in AI. Opus AI will filter it, give me at least either 30 cuts of reels, 30 seconds to 60 seconds, and then it will give me an output on the side, which reels is top in terms of viral, being viral because of the purpose, the message, what is the mission, and then you can select it from there, right? So on the marketing side, you might not be in marketing, but you might be putting in content to help the business out there to leverage this tool. That's just I think, give me 10 to 15 minutes. Just upload it, wait for it a little bit, click on it, and then it will generate all of those information for me as well. Sales call. So my voice AI, once we test it, I have a widget, or you can call the number, but it connects with my calendar. So the AI will ask, will answer some question if you want to ask some questions about the business. And then the main goal of the AI is to ask, would you like to talk to Joanna for a meeting? And then we'll ask you, what is the best time and day that you're available? Let me double check the calendar. Once that gets booked, it will ask me for my name, phone number, and then my email. And then it will send me an SMS that my booking is confirmed. And if I canceled, it will then trigger another thing. So that is operational side on how AI, automation, and workflow can help with revenue in my business. So again, with the DABO framework, right? So you have the diagnose, you have the align, then you have the build, you have activate and optimize. So I really use AI to really help when it comes to business in things that I cannot either hire outsourced, but I can leverage, right? Because I like right now, I had VAs, I had staff who could do it, but I was able to streamline it with one person, and it just really helps out a lot, right? So with that revenue. So this is how I actually really use chat AI tools to guide me. Chat GPT for me is ideation and content VA. So brainstorming, drafting, you can create custom GPT as VA prompt. So if you have your chat GPT in your phone right now, we'll do one prompt in a little while. Scheduling tasks and workflows. So Claude, for me, again, as I mentioned, the brand voice and consistency, I really love that one. I love that when I do proposals and just concept, because sometimes like I get in a discovery call with a client, like, 30 minutes to 60 minutes. So I have that recorded. I just want to make sure that that transcription is available, because as you all know, your marketing and sales, you can talk and promise the world, and then you forgot, what did I just say? Just making sure that I can deliver that one. So that has really helped me a lot. And then when I do my summary of proposal, it's really divided into key section. Executive summary, what is the problem, what is the offer, what was offered, like what is the recommendation, and then that basically helped me a lot, because for us, especially when we offer fractional CMO leadership to company, we customize based on what they need in order for me to come in and strategize their whole marketing campaign or marketing project, right? So I need to make sure that it address the main question, the main problem with the solution that I can offer. And one of the benefit of having AI as well do this is that you get a feedback. Oh, you understood what I wanted. You understood. You were able to capture it, even though that I was there. But AI has really helped me streamline that process for me. So if you are into sales, I mean, Plod, Plod. There's other recording device, of course, with permissions, right? With anyone that you're talking to, that can really help you streamline all of your meetings output and all of your summary. Because how many meetings do you have in a day at times, right? And then commitment after commitment after commitment. So if AI can help you in that capacity, why not use the tools that are available as well? So Gemini, I love. So when I move a file into a drive, have you noticed that Gemini can now summarize on the side of that person? And then if I also upload a video, it can summarize as well what is happening. So it gives me a little bit of idea right now. So if you open your drive, click on a file, click on a video file, and then there will be on the side, and then it can summarize what is happening with that file as well. So Manus, I haven't really done a lot of Manus lately, but a lot of automations, workflow, more extensive is happening because, of course, Facebook wants to also dominate the world. So those are the cool things. Now, again, I always say choose your battle, because each one of this can cost you $20 per month. With a higher credits, $200 per month, depending on how you want to use it. So with that, that's really a lot, right? So if you have your chat GPT in your phone, you can actually type in. So this is what I do. So I read articles, right, about my industry, about marketing, and what's latest happening as a fractional CMO. What are the latest things that is happening with business scaling? What is happening with the latest Canva update? So I just tell ChatGPT, I first use it in a project because I want it to be compiled. I just don't want it to be on the side. So open a folder in your desktop or in your phone project, put it like your assistant, and then you can just type in every day at 7 a.m., send me the content and update on why the founder-led businesses needs a fractional CMO. So that's just my content, right? I just want to output that one. Make sure to include everything and give me the top 3 updates, and then turn this post into either TikTok scripts, YouTube scripts, write a blog about this update. So if you have any topic of your sort, because you're on top of content, you want to get the latest output of maybe in your accounting, right, or finance, what's happening, or in management, every 6 o'clock you'll receive an email that is connected to your chat GPT. In Claude, it cannot yet do the task at the time. So if you do that one, if you enter it, just put your niche or the topic that you would love. So you will get that one every time. And one thing I would also include is that add the date of the update, because it will be in one whole chat. And then you just kind of want to break it down. So, April 13, here's the update. April, here's the update. Because in marketing, right, I cannot compete. I really cannot catch up with all of the different updates that is happening right now, especially with technology, especially with AI. So I use this one. So I think you can do up to 10 of this via VA stuff. Now this is just like an entry level because it just goes into the Chat GPT portal, right? But if you then want to be more fancier, that's when you can connect it to all other automations that needs to, it can put out, and then there's another tool that can post social media. There's a lot of things that you can do, but then again, choose your battle. If content is what you want, if video is what you want, then choose the right tool for you, because your tech stack can be like go wild if you're not mindful of the AIs that you used. And they say that you can save, but trust me, like with the tech stack that I have, it's a lot. So you got it. So just choose, tell every day, weekly, every Wednesday, what time, what information you want it to give you, how do you want the information to be given to you, and then what are the types of information you have. But of course, right, like any other thing, it's AI, it's from all of the other sources. So you want to make sure that you audit, review, and verify all of those informations. So voice AI. So I've mentioned to you all, one of the things as a business is that I need to make sure that I just focus on some certain things, or else I'll be in the rabbit hole of just figuring things out behind the scene. So why voice AI is one of the key things that I would love to showcase with you all is just because the problem that is happening with businesses is that missed calls after hours, manual follow up, and we can really get lost if it's not a phone, regular phone landline is not connected to any CRM. So if a front desk say, ring, ring, hey, Joanna, yes, okay, awesome, and then I put it in a notepad, trust me, I can't even read my handwriting at times. So and voice AI can be connected to your customer relationship management system, or what we call a CRM. And then you then have all of those back end, and then AI then can remind you, can automate, can give you an SMS in your phone, like, hey, you have an appointment. Again, voice AI is like, it's a different from IVR. So IVR is what you call press 1 and meant 2, press 3. So that's like an IVR, right? So it's just like a transfer, and then someone is still has to answer it. So with voice AI, it's really intention to answer 24/7, 365. You can choose multiple languages. If you want Spanish, just make sure you know how to translate Spanish, because I can't. So no matter how I said, no habla español, so I don't know the rest of the continuation for that one. With the technology right now, it's really mostly connected with a customer relationship management. So you can really capture it, and you can actually book appointments while you sleep. Of course, you can have your calendar available, people, but sometimes they want to talk. And I had this client one time, a discovery call. She said, "You know what, Joanna? I think I'm already best friend with your voice widget AI." I said, "Huh?" I was like, "Oh, no, because I've just been talking to it. And I feel like she understands me." I said, "That's good. Awesome. That can be a therapy." All right. So let's see. I can't, but let me go ahead and see if I can switch this one here so that we can understand how. All right. So we'll do voice AI first. And I had to switch this here. Okay. Let's check it.
Hi there. You've reached EmpowerSoft, your partner in smart business solutions. I'm Brian, your voice AI assistant. How can I help you today?
Hey, Brian. How are you doing?
Oh, hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? How can I assist you today?
I'm good. So I'd love to learn more about what's this company called again? EmpowerSoft?
Close. It's EmpowerSoft, spelled EMPOWRSOFT. We're all about helping businesses like yours streamline operations, boost customer engagement, and scale efficiently. Our standout feature is voice
Hey,
AI
Brian.
technology.
Hey, Brian. How's the weather in Kentucky right now?
Oh, I wish I could tell you, but I don't have real-time weather updates. You might want to check a weather app or website for the latest info in Kentucky. How else can I help you today?
Awesome. So, is there a way that I can talk to the sales team?
Got it. Let me check if I can connect you to our sales team. One moment. It seems I'm unable to directly connect you to the sales team at the moment, but no worries. I can take down your details and have someone from the team reach out to you. Would that work for you?
Can I schedule an appointment then?
Absolutely. Let me help you schedule an appointment. First, could I get your email address to send you the confirmation?
It's going to be email@email.com.
Thanks for that. Just to confirm, your email address is email@gmail.com, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, could you share your full name so I can include it in the appointment details?
Yes, it's going to be Joanna.
Thanks, Joanna. And your last name?
It's Shero.
Got it, Joanna Shero. Thanks for confirming. Now, could you let me know your current time zone so I can schedule the appointment accurately?
I'm in Eastern time zone.
Great, Eastern time zone it is. Now, when would you like to schedule your appointment? Any specific date or time in mind?
What's the closest available time?
Let me check the closest available time for you. One moment. The closest available time I have is on Wednesday, April 15th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Would that work for you?
Yes.
Great. Let me confirm your appointment details. Date, Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. Time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Duration, 30 minutes. Does everything look good?
Yes.
You're all set. Your appointment is confirmed for Wednesday, April 15th, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
I think that's all. All right, so that is the voice widget right now. My phone should have received already a confirmation email for that one, but that's one thing that we can embed on the website. So that is a widget. But there's also a way that if you all go to EmpowerSoft and just do a demo, on the lower part, there's a phone number that you can, if you all want to, you can fill it out just to test different scenario. So that is just like, for example, you're a Chamber of Commerce member engagement. So one of the key things as a chamber member, once we sign up, we want to say, hi, hey, how are you? How's business going, right? But we understand how many staff are there on a chamber and with a multiple members. But what if you can leverage just a check-in, right? We as a member might know that it's an AI, but then we get transferred to Marie or right to anyone and then get a call, a real person, because we were able to book an appointment and we are actually in their calendar. So see that advantage of that one. If maybe you're a sales team or maybe, here's the thing about acquiring clients. The it's more expensive to acquire new client. Agree? Right? And to maintain an existing client is way better because they go through your process. They already closed with you. They already know your process. So see how many you can check in. Maybe you can just say, hey, Joanna, I'm actually using this amazing tool. You might hear from my AI. It might ask you for just a check-in appointment. I'd love for you to just take advantage of that one. And I can't wait to have coffee with you. Just see how you're leveraging it, because us as consumer, we are already aware AI exists. It's just like, how can you introduce it to your client and to your future customers that you are using this to leverage and to help them out, to engage, right? So that's one of the things. So dental office, checked in. You know how many times, if I don't get a text message really of a reminder, I really forget sometimes of an appointment, especially when it's a personal appointment, hair appointment, facial, massage. So all of these things, right? Financial advisor, insurance agents. Do you know how much it takes a year, right? 12 months for the renewal. So, I mean, we are so in the grind of every day, new booking, new booking. But then we forget the one that's going to be renewed in the next week. So, what if your AI is calling that client already? Hey, Joanna, we're due for your insurance renewal. I just kind of want to check in if everything is okay. I know it automatically is renew if I don't tell you, like, nah, never mind, I'm good, I'm moving out. But then if you have that customer relationship and you as a company owner or a company staff understand the value of this, see how much it will help you, right? Just that alone to get you to get that potential renewal again in your pocket is a very high conversion rate for you, right? Home service, real estate, maybe in your pipeline they were a hot lead, but then they decided to talk to their husband decided not yet, and they said, oh, I'll call you 6 months. What if you toggle it in your CRM and said, have this called within that time period, and AI just kind of, hey, Joanna, I know you've mentioned that, this is me, X, Y, and Z. I'm your real estate agent. We've talked about it. You can feed scripts, and Joanna would like to schedule an appointment with you if you're still looking for a new home. So you see how scenarios are there and the possibility. So now you're using AI at first as marketing. Always look at it as a tool, not just a toy. It's fun to create a clone. It's fun to create all of this amazing photo shoot that saves you money, but then think of it in a way that can help you. Not even like just a business owner, but someone who works for a business. If you're in sales, you need all the people that you can do, right? If you're anything that is related to relationship, communication is very important for you. So that's voice AI. This is a number as well that is available that you can play around if you want as well with everything. So that is one example of what we use and implement for small businesses, especially a lot of phone value. So here's another sample of what I do. So if you are in HR or you are in training, you do trainings or you do. So here's the thing. Sometimes, turn around and you train again and turn around again, you turn around. So it can take a lot on somebody who's in charge with that one. So what if you create, I love standard operating procedure, SOP, right? It really helps a lot. What if you can document that one and then do like a training video? So what I do is that I do a lot of this, but the voiceover is AI. I use 11 labs. So let's see if I can hear this one. Oh, this might be me. Hold on. Oh, yeah. All right. Give me a moment, because I clone myself as well.
Launching an email campaign inside MPowersoft is one of the most effective. It sounds like you're exploring the many ways voice AI and automation can be leveraged.
Yes, Brian, hold on.
Whether you're promoting a service,
yes, Brian, hold on.
An update, or nurturing leads, a well-built email campaign can significantly improve conversions.
So the voiceover is an AI. So that's one thing that I use for training videos. Let's see if I have a female. I think I have a female version.
Every great customer journey starts with one intentional step.
So when I do training, campaign, product launch, I use voice AI. So okay. So what I do is that I use 11 labs, I'm paying at least $100 for a certain number of credits because it uses a credit. Another thing is that I use it for my podcast because sometimes, I can't record every time, but I have the time to output it. So I uploaded close to 2 hours of voice. So I really need to make sure that those, and then it can really just clone my voice, and then it can just put output still. So that's some of the things that we do in marketing. Hey Jen, if you want a training video that has a face, Hey Jen is good for presentation. So that is more of, you can do a uh, clone twin, and then also PowerPoint slide that has like a person kind of talking as well with that one. So I use a lot of those in our marketing campaign. So what I really do is that I leverage AI in a way that allows me to shorten some of the marketing activities that we do. Because I always believe, right, in marketing, in our space, in my space, it's all about marketing frequency. And you might hear about SEO. It's actually search everywhere, right? It's not engine anywhere. It's search everywhere. You need to be present everywhere, and I can't be present everywhere, and I need to focus on client deliverable. So how can I take advantage of all the tools, from an AI answering voice, from automation and workflow, from all of these other tools that can really help me? So I really use a lot of Claude. I use ChatGPT, Gemini, Nano Banana for images. I use 11 Labs for audio AI. So there's have a lot of audio AIs for that one. So that's one of the key things that I really use when it comes to anything that is marketing activity as well. So when it comes as well to automation, at the end of the day, when you are doing any marketing campaign by using AI, your main goal should be to capture leads and to put it in a place that you can convert it into a revenue, right? So if you are in a business, again, if you're insurance, real estate, or anything that is people driven based on sales, you want to make sure that you capture that one. And there's a lot of things that you can do with automations and workflow and integrating with AI. So the key takeaway is that really, like, the growth gap for me, it's a concept that I have. It's really like people don't really have the marketing problem per se, but it's really the architectural and the identifying the tools that they need to help them close any gap. What I mean by this, if you have a gap in answering calls, can voice AI help you? Do you have a gap that your social media manager can give you all of the content? What social media platform can you have? Right? All of these other things that can help you leverage AI is what you want to do. I always believe that AI will not replace unless you're really a no AI. Nope, nope, nope. Right? But if you take advantage of it, like for example, if you use Copilot, how can you leverage Copilot, right, in your Microsoft tool? How can it make your presentation a little bit more better and digestible? You know how when you do presentation, all of it is text, but maybe can you shorten this one? Can you hit bullet points, right? Or can you summarize this and give me all of this? So now you're doing all of this amazing tool that can help you as well, right? So AI amplifies what exists. It cannot create system that does not exist. You need to feed AI first, right? You need to ask AI to do something for you. So the Davao, anytime you decide that, do I need this tool for my business, for myself, for my marketing, do you need to diagnose, align, build, activate, and optimize things? The Davao even framework that I've created with the growth, it can be used in any of your businesses, whether it's financial, whether it's operational, whether it's HR, right? This, we are talking more of this framework based on identifying AI as a tool, whether we really need it or not. And then tools are the last decision. Framework first, then choose your tools. You need to really identify, why am I using AI? Why am I using all of these things? Because AI will just go faster. There's a lot of movement in the industry right now. especially on the creative industry and the marketing industry. There's just a lot of things going on. So those are just the things that is really at times, difficult to manage as well. So you just need to make sure that you choose everything when it comes to AI. So I do have a book available. Some of you have a copy. Please feel free to bring it with you. I'll appreciate if you can even send me your, if you've read it, send me any feedback. I'd really love that one. That's also available in Amazon. So just type in Closing the Growth Gap. That is available for you to purchase. But for those of you with a copy, thank you so much for taking that home with you. There is a scorecard. So if you are somebody who has a gap in your business when it comes to marketing and your system, you can go to growthgap.co.com and you can do a scorecard. That's also available in the book as well. And I can answer some questions if you want, or even demo if you have. I may not be able to open some of the AI tools here, but yes. Oh yeah, later. Yeah. Who's using ChatGPT? Awesome. How are you using ChatGPT?
I use it a little bit in my personal life just to kind of help me come up with things around the house.
Okay.
I'll upload pictures and ask it for like landscaping ideas around my house.
Yes, I love. Yes, I am the worst decorator. I don't know. I just feel scared in buying furniture, like the bigger piece. So yeah, I did home office and then designed this one. Gemini. I use Gemini a lot for that one as well. So yeah, and wardrobe. So I'm petite, right? I'm petite, so I was able to. I go to Pinterest for a wardrobe, and then really prompt it. Like these are the three pictures that I have, and then how this work. Give me the prompt. I put the Gemini, and then to be honest, I started shopping that way. Really, because I can upload it in Google, the image, right? And it will then filter. The AI is doing this. Where can you shop this blouse? Like it can give me eBay. It will give me like really Ann Taylor or anywhere, and that really helps me a lot because it is a struggle. It is a struggle. So these are some things that I use for personal, right? Yeah. So thank you for sharing. Who else? Yeah, yeah. I said, go ahead. Oh, sorry.
Um, you may have touched on this, but which ones do you pay for, like the premium? Do like, I mean, you can invest so much money
Yes.
in just having the perfect AI.
Yes. So I pay for everything that I've mentioned.
Where should we start?
Okay. So so ChatGPT is where I started. What I like about it, it's fast. It's really fast in giving you just feedback, like just like digestible. And then I was kind of learning then prompt. And then when I needed more of a structure, Claude, I switched to Claude. So those are the two content things that I
Like
use.
premium?
Yes, yeah, $20 per month is what I'm using. Right, I'm not paying the 200 right now for ChatGPT because I have just a developer just connecting it with N28 and all of those other things. But for me personally, on the marketing side, I use those two. Then I pay for 11 Labs because of the audio, because I do a lot of training videos. So that's 100, 100, 109, I think. So yes, and then Canva. So Canva is turning AI as well, so you can leverage Canva as well. Canva is having their Canva Create right now. I'm plugging. I'm not there, so I was like, okay, I'm not. I'm staying here. But they're going to be rolling out a lot of stuff as well. But if you want content, I would say, yeah. And then Gemini. If you already have Google Workspace, leverage Gemini. Like really, Nano Banana images and all of these other things is really good as well. So yeah.
I use it for, I'll take somebody's, so I'm in staffing and recruiting, but I will have it generate a more cleaned up resume before submitting it to a client. And then after they've actually interviewed and I've gotten interview feedback
Yes.
from my client or my hiring manager, I will then have it do kind of a recap of all the interview questions that were then asked. And then I will have it do a summary of that interview to then present it back to the client. Say thank you for the interview today. Per the interview, these were kind of the notes that were taken from that. And then I'll take a resume and I'll have it compared to the job description. And I'll say, with this job description and this resume, tell me where you see this candidate to fit and where is this candidate lacking. And then chat will actually tell me, your client will see these as a weakness,
Yes.
these as a strength. Then you can go back to the candidate and say, hey, you need to then increase it to be able to change to then present it that way. But
I love that one.
I use the business side
Yes. Yeah.
I also use Fireflies for all of my calls.
For the Zoom,
And
yes.
then Fireflies, I'll take it into chat, and then I'll just have chat recreate me and thank you follow up for that using Fireflies.
How much hours did that save you by using it?
My whole day.
There you go.
It takes 2 seconds.
And now you can focus on other things in your job.
Well, while the conference calls are happening, they're already connected to my calendar, and then I get as soon as the interview or the call is completed, within seconds, a 45 to 2 hour call, all the notes are already taken. So now when I'm having meetings with clients, I'm not writing anymore. I actually can be engaged with whoever I'm having a call with.
Yes.
And it does the phone call, it does the conference call, even if you're just
Mm-hmm.
on a phone. So
Yeah.
it makes a big difference.
That's
I
awesome.
don't have to write things down anymore.
True. And you're more focused indeed on what you're doing, who you're having conversation
And
is.
you can take that data and put it right into your CRM. So
Yes.
you're storing it that way rather than getting into your CRM and typing it all up.
True. True. Yes.
How do you manage privacy? Because that's one thing that's not been mentioned at all.
Yes. So there, like ChatGPT has settings as well. There is a toggle in ChatGPT that will say, "Do you want?" Or even Manus, there's a setting that say, "Do you want the machine to learn what you put out there?" That's an off for me. So that is really the off for me. Other things is that's the best I do right now, and I just tell my team like. Any data, data information, sensitive matters, like anything output, of course, we lock it down. So that is the reason why if you are a company, you need the first thing that you need to have is a standard operating procedure, that this are a security measure, that this is the tools that we're going to use. You cannot stop your employees or anyone to not use AI. So if you are somebody who like, let's use let's use Claude, let's use this, okay, here's the parameter, here's the thing, then put it in place, then that should be one core measure as well that you would love to have. Another person, if you are more particular with AI implementation in workplace, I will recommend you all check out Holly Hartman. That's her. That's gonna be, I love her. She's AI. We're in the same, space as well, but she focused more on governance, helping company governance and everything, making sure that is your workplace ready for AI and how to implement that one. Because as a side of marketing, heck, you can give me all the AI, I'll play with it. Right? So last question, I think it's about, do you all think that using AI is cheating? It can be. But on the overall, do you think you're leveraging it to help you be more productive? Right? So yeah, so I come into the space when I was really invited. It's like, I love AI. It had helped me a lot. Sometimes I feel like, do I feel like smarter? But then I'm the one who feeding AI with everything that I have. I love talking to it. I love all of these things, right? I love Notes LM. Have you ever used that one? It's a Google Notes LLM. So anything that is, you have a book or you have a PDF, feed it, and it will have a conversation like it's a radio feedback. Oh, I think I love that one. Like it gives me more of a information, like really, really, really amazing. So again, guys, thank you so much. I don't know if we're done, but if we're done, but hey, right? So if you need any help, please do let me know. But yeah, I hope you find something interesting. Thank you. Thank you. And can we just have a group picture if you don't mind? Missy will be taking. Yeah. Yes, yes, go ahead. For those who want to have a group picture, maybe here, over there. Yeah, you can just stay there. Yeah. Be a picture. Yay! Thank you. Whew. Yes. 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 Awesome. Alrighty. Yes. All right. Are we gonna say Woodford? Oh.